What is up, Everyday Eats crew? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are heading into the hallowed aisles of everyone's favorite neighborhood grocery store. We're ranking the top 10 Trader Joe's snacks of 2026. From the viral sensations that defined the year to the seasonal experiments that, well, let's just say they didn't last long on the shelves. We've got the data, the taste tests, and the fan votes. Let's see who takes the crown and who belongs in the clearance bin. But before we dive into the countdown, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly deep dives into what's actually worth your money. Starting at number 10, and this was controversial. In early 2026, TJ's released the Ube Mochi Waffle Bites. Following the ube craze of the early 20s, these were expected to be a hit. However, the texture was described by fans as rubbery rather than chewy. The specification on these was actually quite complex. They used a high-density rice flour imported from Southeast Asia, but the flash freezing process at the factory caused the starches to crystallize, creating a bouncy texture that just didn't sit right with the American palate. Production was actually halted just 3 months in due to supply chain issues with the specific mochi flour used. It's a rare miss for the brand's internal Trader Moon's label, and a reminder that not everything purple is gold. At number 9, we have a snack that's a bit too extra: the roasted garlic and pesto pizza crackers. These were a 2026 expansion of the Italian import line, specifically sourced from a bakery in the Lombardy region. While the flavor is authentic, using real cold-pressed basil and 18-month aged Parmesan, the garlic is aggressive. We're talking 5 grams of dehydrated garlic per serving. It's a snack that stays with you for 3 days. Great for a charcuterie board where you have other bold flavors like blue cheese to balance it out, but if you're eating these solo, prepare to have your taste buds hijacked. Number 8 is the 2026 reformulation of the watermelon jerky. TJ's finally listened to the feedback after the original version was criticized for being too tough. This new soft cure version uses a lower temperature dehydration process over a longer 48-hour period. They've removed the added sulfur and refined the drying process to keep the natural lycopene intact, which gives it a brighter red color. It's better, but dried watermelon is still a polarizing experience. You either love the fruit leather vibe or you think it tastes like sweet sandpaper. It's a niche snack for the hikers and the health conscious, but not exactly a crowd pleaser. Coming in at 7, the everything but the bagel empire expands. These are Chalkidiki Olives stuffed with whipped cream cheese and coated in the legendary seasoning. Now the spec on these is interesting. They use a double pitting process to ensure there's maximum room for the cream cheese filling. They are savory, salty, and incredibly rich. However, they come in a heavy brine that can sometimes dilute the everything spice mix if you don't drain them properly. The only reason they aren't higher is the calorie count. It's very easy to accidentally eat the whole jar in one sitting, and at 90 calories for every 3 olives, that adds up fast. At number 6, we have the visual MVP. These 2026 newcomers use a new cold snap freeze-drying technology that keeps the vibrant magenta color of the dragon fruit chips intact. Most freeze-dried fruit loses its luster, but these look like neon art. They are crunchy, airy, and slightly tart. They've become a staple for aesthetic social media posts this year. The nutritional profile is actually impressive: 0 added sugar and high in magnesium. But they're a bit pricey for the bag size, often retailing for nearly $6 for just 2 ounces of product. We are halfway through the list, and if you're enjoying this ranking, do me a huge favor and smash that like button right now. It really helps the channel grow and tells me you want more Trader Joe's content. Now we're getting into the heavy hitters. Number 5, Dark Chocolate Covered Pistachio Toffee. This is part of TJ's Premium Reserve snack line. They use 70% cacao sourced from a sustainable cooperative in Ghana and roasted Turkish pistachios, which are known for their high oil content and superior crunch. The toffee itself is made with grass-fed butter, giving it a rich, caramelized depth that lingers. It's the perfect balance of salty, sweet, and bitter. If you see this in stock, buy two, because it's one of those items that disappears for months at a time due to the small batch production cycle. At number 4, the chili and lime rolls finally have a worthy rival. These are the crispy Habanero Honey Tortilla Rolls. They use a sweet heat profile that dominated 2026 food trends. The engineering here is top tier. The rolls are extruded at high pressure to create more micro crevices that hold on to the seasoning dust. The heat is significant thanks to real habanero powder, sitting at about 5,000 Scoville units per chip. But the honey powder finish keeps you coming back for more. These are officially verified as the most purchased heat-seeker snack of the first quarter of 2026. The bronze medal goes to a masterpiece of food engineering. For years, we had peanut butter-filled pretzels. Now, we have cookie butter-filled pretzels. It's the crossover we didn't know we needed. They used a modified version of the speculoos cream that has a higher melting point, so the filling stays creamy even if the bag sits in a warm car. The saltiness of the pretzel shell cuts through the sugary spice of the speculoos perfectly. This became an instant permanent collection item due to record-breaking sales in January 2026, selling out across the West Coast in under 48 hours. Taking the silver, Truffle Marcona Almonds. These are the black tie of snacks. Trader Joe's works with a specific family-owned orchard in Spain to source these. Marcona almonds are often called the Queen of Almonds because they are rounder, softer, and more buttery than the California varieties. The truffle oil used is verified as real black truffle infusion from the Périgord region, not the synthetic 2,4-dithiapentane stuff you find in cheap truffle fries. They are earthy, salty, and frankly, addictive. They only missed number 1 because of the snackability factor. They're almost too rich for a casual movie night. And finally, the number 1 spot for 2026 goes to the Chili Onion Crunch Cashews. Taking their most famous condiment and applying it to jumbo roasted cashews was a stroke of genius. These aren't just dusted with seasoning. They are wet roasted in the chili onion oil, which allows the flavor to penetrate deep into the nut. You get the crunch of the toasted garlic bits, the smoky heat of the peppers, and the creamy finish of the cashew. They are the highest-rated snack on the TJ's Fanfinder app for 2026 with a 4.9-star average across 10,000 reviews. If there is one thing you buy this week, make it these. So, did your favorite make the list? Or did I just insult your favorite Ube Waffle Bites? Let me know in the comments what your best of 2026 pick is. Before you go, click the link in the description to join our newsletter for exclusive food rankings you won't see here. I'm Adam, and I'll see you in the next aisle.